Will the bubble pop? Should I sell? I'll give my short answer first, but stick around to find out why. Now, should you sell? Why would you want to? My take on the current market situation is don't sell if you don't have to, but definitely buy if you can. Prices aren't going to be much lower in the future, and the next year, while interest rates remain above average, is going to be your best window to get a new home. Now, why do I think this? Market conditions are not overly favorable for most sellers to list their home. Between the high interest rates you might face to get a new mortgage, although the Bank of Canada held the overnight rate today, and the growing number of listings in the market is not ideal for sellers. The biggest factor, of course, is the lack of active buyers. And who can blame them? Drastic increases in home prices, combined with the rapid increase in mortgage rates, has kept the vast majority of them out of the market. And many of them feel that home ownership is just not attainable right now. Now, I know there's quite a few people predicting some sort of crash, that our bubble can't last. And it's true that the decline in household disposable income means the country's household credit debt compared to that disposable income is now at 184.5%. It's an astronomical number. But for context, in 2008, when the Great Recession occurred, our ratio was already at 130%. Canadians generally escape the most severe impacts of that because our safeguards and stricter lending requirements are in place. Now, ultimately, this ratio is not sustainable, and it's going to correct itself at some point. But the impact on the housing market may not be what our old experience would predict, because more than 40% of Canadians own their homes outright, and another 28% have more than 50% equity in their home. This means that almost 70% of homeowners are generally insulated from any sort of correction, let alone a crash. So if you combine that with the increasing population who needs a place to live, the slowdown in new construction, and a massive transfer of generational wealth on the horizon, and I cannot see how a bubble is going to drastically affect housing prices when it happens. But time will tell, so bookmark this and see if I'm right.